Hi and welcome to this ZENworks video. In this video we're going to look at the new multi-zone content sharing capabilities that are built into ZENworks 11 SP3. The purpose of these capabilities is to allow you to share bundles and policies across multiple ZENworks zones. And you may have multiple zones for a couple reasons. There are size reasons, geographic reasons, lab and test reasons, or you may be subscribing to somebody else who has some content you're interested in. The benefits of this is it reduces the overhead of managing multiple zones. It helps simplify the lab and production zone scenario, and because it is HTTP and HTTPS based, it means you can share your bundles and policies across the internet. This means if you know somebody else who's using ZENworks in the community and you find they're doing something interesting, you could reach out to them, ask them to share a bundle with you or share a policy with you, and basically be able to suck that right off their server and into your zone. This also provides some opportunities for service providers to do similar things. So let's take a look at how this works. Here I have two zones. I have my subscribing zone. So this is the zone that's going to be receiving the content. And then you have the sharing zone, and the sharing zone is the zone that will be making the content available. So what we're going to do is in the sharing zone, we're going to first identify one of our primary servers or multiple of our primary servers to act as sharing servers. These are going to service those requests from outside the zone. Once we've done that, we can go to subscribe and share, go to zone sharing, and create a hierarchy for our subscribers. This is just an easy way for you to be able to assign content through inheritance and to be able to see where all of the subscribers that you have coming in. If you're a service provider, for instance, you may have a extensive hierarchy. If you're doing this with just a small lab and test scenario, you probably don't have more than one folder. On the subscribers key tab, you then create subscriber keys, which are effectively a password that establishes credentials in the remote zone. So in this case, I've created this ZenGuru only zone. It's allowed to be used 2 times. When a subscriber subscribes with it, it's going to create that object in this folder with this name. Once you've created your folders, if you have content you want to pre-share so that as soon as somebody subscribes, you can go to the details of those folders or those groups, go to relationships, and select content that you'd like to make available to them. In my case, I've shared all of the bundles and all of the policies in my zone. Now if I go to the subscribing zone, now I need to select the things that I'm interested in. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new subscription here in my subscribing zone. It'll be a ZENworks subscription, and we'll call this Zen Share. I've already subscribed to the zone, so I don't have to provide the key, but if I needed to register with that zone the first time, I'd just put in the IP address or DNS name and the subscriber key that the admin had given me. When I click Next, my zone goes out to the remote zone and asks, hey, is there something I should or that I can get? And so you see the list of things I can get here. I can pick an entire folder, in which case it's going to replicate all of the contents of the folder as they exist now, or if you click the replicate all available bundles, it will go ahead and pull new content in that folder as it becomes available as well. For demo purposes, I'm only going to replicate the filer bundle. I'm going to have it create the new bundles in a folder I've created called subscribed and then the name of the zone it's coming from. When I click Next, I can pick policies. I don't have any I'm going to subscribe to in this case. And I can define which server in the zone should perform the subscription and how frequently that should happen. Should it happen one time? Should it happen on a recurring schedule? How do I want that to happen? So I can set my schedule type here. I can set the subscription server. And then I can say finish. At this point then, either when the schedule happened or when I say run now, the subscription will kick off and it will establish an HTTPS session to the remote zone and request that content. So you can see it went off and asked for filer, and it will actually grab the content for the application as well as the metadata so that you have a fully functional bundle by the time you're done. Next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the fact that it's also bringing the .NET Framework 4.0 down. It's doing that because in the source zone where I said grab filer, there's already a relationship that says there's another bundle I need to install this. I need the .NET Framework. So it's going to grab that and go ahead and create both the .NET bundle and the filer bundle if they don't exist. In this case, you can see I'd already replicated this .NET Framework bundle previously, so I didn't have to bring it. It's just going to bring the relationship itself. So this will take just a minute or two to finish, and we'll come back and continue going on. So we've successfully finished our application. Status here shows success. So now I should be able to go over to bundles. Under subscribed, the folder we told it to create, you'll see it then replicates the folder structure of wherever it was replicated from. So we get the shared windows, and now there's filer. You'll also notice it created this as a sandbox version. That's a controllable flag. And so I can now test this in my environment. You'll also notice that the dependency bundles were properly set so that filer knows to install .NET 4. So what you've seen here is the ability to share content with your friends or from your friends, or between different zones that you have, like a test and a production zone, so that you don't have to manually create that content or use zman commands. Hopefully you'll find this useful in managing your environment. Until next time, this is Jason Blackett, the ZenGuru, signing off.